Hello, my name is Thomas, and today we'll be talking about how inbreeding has an effect on the genetic makeup of an individual with help from Leah and Carolina. So let's talk about how your genes work. Your genes contain instructions that tell your cells to make molecules called proteins. Proteins perform various functions in your body to keep you healthy. Within your cell you can find a nucleus and a cell membrane. We can find the genes in the nucleus of the cell. So how do genes work when you're having a baby? A sperm and an egg each contain one set of 23 chromosomes. When the sperm fertilizes the egg, 2 copies of each chromosome are present, and so an embryo forms. One copy is inherited from their father by the sperm, and the other copy is inherited from the mother via the egg. A major cause of inbreeding is small communities, such as towns of 300 people or under. In a small community, there is not as many people, so they end up having children with their relatives, and since relatives share a higher proportion of their genes than unrelated people do, it is more likely that related parents will both be carriers of the same recessive gene, and therefore their children are at a higher risk of inheriting an autosomal recessive genetic disorder. Now don't worry, I know that's a massive word, I will be explaining it. So, autosomal recessive genetic disorder is you inherit 2 changed genes or mutations, one from each parent. These disorders are usually passed on by 2 carriers, and their health is rarely affected, but they have one changed gene, called a recessive gene, and one unaffected gene, called a dominant gene. So just to recap, there are 2 genes for every characteristic, and the dominant one gets expressed, whereas the recessive gene only gets expressed if the person has been given a recessive gene from both parents. What are the defects of inbreeding? Well, apart from a few years in prison, of course, but let's not get into that. Inbred children commonly displayed decreased cognitive abilities and muscular function, reduced height and lung function, and are at a greater risk from disease in general. A well-known example of inbreeding is the Fugate family. The Fugate family live in the hills of Kentucky. They were commonly known as the Blue Fugates or the Blue People of Kentucky. They are known for being carriers of a genetic trait that led to the blood disorder methemoglobinemia, which prevents hemoglobin from carrying oxygen, causing the skin to appear blue. That's the end of the presentation. Thank you for watching.